Hello, welcome to the Believe Africa podcasts, where we have conversations that inspire and creating minds that revolutionize. We are in Morocco for season 2. This is episode 4, character building. And we have with us our special guest, Jaffa. And I'm going to invite Jaffa to introduce himself shortly. Now, I'm going to just give a quick explanation as to why we chose to come to Morocco for this particular season of recordings. We noticed that the Moroccan story is very inspiring. There's been a lot of successful, positive change in Morocco, and is possibly one of the leading countries across Africa in terms of socio-economic development. So I'm now going to introduce our guests, and hopefully we're going to have a very interesting conversation about character building. Hello, Jaffa.
Hello, Mr. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, very good, thank you. Yeah, it's really great having you on this episode recording. I must admit, when I first met you, I immediately knew that this topic is perfect for Jaffa.
Thank you so much for having me here, and thank you for your invitation.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, please go ahead. Please introduce yourself, just for the benefit of our listeners, and then also what is it that made you interested in this topic about character? Especially for young Africans.
My name is Abdelbast Jaafari.
Okay.
Coming from Ouarzazate city.
Okay.
33 years old.
Okay.
So important thing to talk about, like when you see like character. So what makes me interested in this is why not? I said why not? I come and do this thing, and it's going to be a part of my character as well to face the people.
Absolutely, yes.
So I said, okay. So he invited me. So character building is like I put this one as one of my options. Hey, I'm trying to build my character daily, every time, so I can see where I can be good in everywhere, and you can see your potentials or your chances everywhere. So I said, okay, let's try it.
Yeah, and I really admire that about you, Jaffa. I think when we first met, I was talking about the fact that you are prepared to take any opportunity that come your way. By the way, we forgot to mention, Jaffa is an IT specialist. Okay.
Yeah, it's
and Jaffa is going to share with us his journey through his IT career. Right?
Yeah.
Some examples where he has shown certain character traits which has helped you to grow, right?
Exactly.
Even as a person, Yeah,
it's not about only the IT, so it's about the knowledge of everything. The IT was my favorite field.
Yes.
But I did I like to do many things, like mechanics, like anything that technically works for techniques. So I did more than
IT.
5 occupations before, like plumbing, electricity. I want to know everything. So everything I can learn is important for me, because it can help me even inside my occupation, and also my IT occupations. So I find myself that I have techniques that I use in IT, but it's not belong to IT. It's belong to another occupation.
Yeah, it's like it's what we can call transferable skills.
Exactly.
This is how we say it, right?
Exactly. It's look like you have like a life, similar like a box of tools.
Yes.
So Yeah, you are, as long as you fill in that box of tools. So whenever you need a tool, you need to take it back and then take it and use it the right time you need it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about let's dive a bit deeper into this topic about character, Jaffa. What could you think of some examples of some key values that you think are important as part of character building?
Yeah, for the key values, like the personality without values,
is a challenge, right?
It's a challenge.
Yes.
So everything in life has a value.
Yes.
And itself, the personality contains many values, so it can drive over the difficulties.
Yes.
So being honest is one of the main things, because clear about your stuff, it makes you free inside.
Yes.
Because as long as you say it, I want to say something wrong, just say it correctly, and then whatever you feel it, say it honestly. Then don't be afraid from people to tell you something if you are honest. Even if the response will be not in your field, so just say just be honest. And then
and in England we have this saying that the truth will set you free. So I think it's similar to what you are saying, right?
When you say it, you are free or released. It's not like you are moving like a heavy load on your back.
Absolutely, yeah. So integrity is definitely one. Any others?
Yes, there is being humble, because
being humble.
That is one of the main things that you can use in your personality. So to learn, because if you are arrogant, you will never learn.
If you think that you know everything.
You know everything, you know nothing. Right now,
do you see some people like this? By the way, sometimes.
Actually, I see a part of that people in me sometimes, but I need to correct it.
Yes, that's true too. Yeah.
So being arrogant all the time, you can't feel it. Sometimes you can't feel it.
You can tell, right? Yeah. That you are limiting yourself in some way.
Exactly. You can't feel it. It's maybe out, even if you don't want. It's like one of our human personality.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think what we even with my coaching, if you have an expert in a group having a discussion, right? Sometimes someone else in the group might say something that the expert had not actually thought about. This does happen. Okay. Meanwhile, the expert is supposed to know everything about the topic, right? So even as an expert, it helps to have an open mind.
No, because even if you are expert, life is changing and time is changing.
Yeah.
When you take your expertise before you came here, but when you came here, this is another time. It's changing and developing day by day. And then if you know something, so you may not know a lot of things in the future.
Yes, because it could be obsolete, right? It could be old information, right?
Exactly.
Because there's always new information coming out.
Yeah, and you need to ask all the time to learn, because if you don't ask.
Yes.
Yeah, even for me, I was asking, but you need to ask and ask the right source of the answer. Because the right source of the answer is important, because sometimes if you ask human a lot, you can't find your answer more than the technology right now that we have, because human can't be free for you every time. But we have a very huge school that's internet has a lot of answers for you. But the problem, like for me as an experience that I had in my life, I was trying to ask people to teach me a lot of things. But I didn't find the answers, because if you want to learn, you need to go to a school or a center to learn that things, which is premium, and you can't pay it.
Right, yes.
And then you need to come back and try to find free source. So you can find the informations and find the way. Even the internet, you need to find a way to ask questions.
The right way
to
find
to find the right answer, because sometimes when you we can have two people, they have the same question, but the way they ask the internet to take out that question is not the
very true.
It's
There's
different.
more than one way to ask a question.
Exactly. Yeah, there is no one way. Yeah, that's why. That's how I learned. I put the question when I don't find
the answer.
I need to change the formula of the question so I can find more answers.
Yeah. So humility is definitely one. So we don't want to think that we know all that we need to know, but being prepared to be open.
Yeah, that makes you hungry to have more knowledge,
definitely,
and more experiences, and
especially for problem solving, right? Because maybe you're going down the wrong path, right? If you have a particular view of what the answer should be, and you just go down that path, it could be that the outcome is not going to be what you are looking for, right?
Of course, yeah.
So it helps to
for problem solving is like that is one of the schools that I used in my life.
Okay.
Sorry about this.
Okay. That's all right. Okay.
So and it was my school, because I
That's
learned,
what I want to hear, by the way, your story.
It was my school. I learned by problem solving.
Oh, good.
Because once the action came, it's like the persons and everybody comes to you to tell you, hey, can you help me with this problem?
Yes.
And
do you find that a lot of people were coming to you to help with solving some problems?
Yeah, even for the IT. Well, IT is something one of
you're always solving IT issues.
Yeah, so learning in everything, in every moment. So me too. I have problems, and that I can't talk about the life starts with problems.
Yes, it's true. Yeah,
we can say the old people, the beginning of the universe and the creation of the human being.
Yes.
After they say they didn't find fire, so that's a problem. They need to create the way or the tool to
make fire possible.
Yeah. So and to solve the problem. So is life every day is. Tasks and problem solving.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I think for our young Africans, it's a good message, by the way. For our young Africans, always to think about what can I do to solve a problem, as opposed to what do I just need to do so that I am seen to be doing something.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Exactly. We have in Africa, we still have a rich environment to solve problems.
Yeah, lots of problems.
There is a lot. Yeah, yeah. Actually, we need people that solve problems.
Yes,
the big ones, not only the small.
Definitely. Yeah. No, I so agree with that. So encouraging, young Africans to have this mindset of problem solving is really, really important. But do you think that our education system is helping with getting our young Africans to think about solving problems, or do you think that they are focusing on just building knowledge and getting some certification?
Building knowledge starts from to solve problems or something like that. The education is important, but if it's mixed with building knowledge.
Okay.
Because if we find if we just go and study at school or the systems, it's not enough. Because once you get out to the market, you will be shocked.
Yes, this is true.
It's different.
Academics is always very different from
exactly.
Job, right? Yes.
And this is one of the important things that I faced in my life, because once I studied, when you come back out, you find like
As soon as you start working, you're thinking, oh no, this is...
you don't know anything, so you will not be arrogant anymore.
No. I think, yeah, all of us, most of us have gone through that journey. Same thing with myself. When I finished graduating at university, getting first into the employment space was always a bit of a challenge, because what you have learned at school is very different from what's required on the job, and so you have to quickly adapt.
Exactly. So,
So I certainly...
yeah, because I also like have some cases that I see in my life.
Yeah.
About people, about even me going to do something. Like, there is a lot of students right now study for getting only that diploma.
Certification.
Yes.
This is
And that is the very, very hard thing in this life.
Yes.
They study to
get the certification.
Right?
Yeah.
Whatever the way they do.
Yes.
They see they need it just to get a job.
Yes.
But they don't know if, for example, people cheat to get that paper. That's the piece of paper.
That's true. Yeah,
and we can see that's a lot here in
Morocco too, right?
But I'm gonna just tell to the African right now from this one message.
It's web message.
One message is important. Don't cheat in your future, because you are cheating not now, but for your future. You will face a very hard life.
Right, because a lot of young Africans are focusing on just getting that certification.
Exactly.
So that they can get the job, right?
But once they get the job, they don't do well, and they get fired.
Yes.
Or during the interview, so they seem they are empty. So you don't have the possibility to answer my questions.
Yes.
So that means it's very. So you're gonna face a very hard life after that. You said, "Hey, I studied till I get the diploma, but here I am. I didn't find a job." So look back and see what did you do, and what informations you took.
Yes.
That's not yours. You put in that papers because that papers full of informations that wasn't yours.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And maybe it's a systemic problem to a large degree, because it could be that maybe employers are asking for graduates, and they are not being broad, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're not being broad enough about what they want that person profile to be. Maybe they are just saying, okay, we just need a graduate with X degree, and then that's it, right? Are they focusing on the problem-solving aspects, as you mentioned before?
Yeah. So anyone in life wants you to work for him.
Right.
So it's not about the paper. You don't need paper.
Yeah.
What plus you can give him to his company, so he can give you the money. So it's an exchange.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna give me, so what I can give you.
The value.
The value, yeah. So it's a value exchange.
Yes.
So if you're gonna save my, for example, in my field, like you're gonna save his money from buying a lot of devices, for example, like in maintenance. Like save time by bringing more applications or creating them.
Yes.
To save time doing operations or saving data or anything like that.
Yeah.
And there is many things like
of course. Yeah. So the message here for young Africans is, don't be too fixated on your academic.
Academic is just the first path to get into the big, it's just a door for the big knowledge.
Yes. Okay, so Jaffa, let's break down the different character, the values, right?
Yeah.
That help to bring a strong character. I think it'd be great for you to share some examples from your story where demonstrating these values has actually helped you a lot.
Actually, I can't give a very specified story,
Even
but
better?
yeah, but it's gonna be in general. So
Okay, yeah, that's okay too.
yeah, sometimes
that's
if
okay.
you give a promise to somebody, you need
I like this one.
to be in that time.
Yeah.
But be careful. That promise, you need to do it.
Yes.
So to be honest, if you can do it,
Yes, yes.
so say
otherwise you
yes.
make
But
things
if you
difficult.
can't do it,
Yeah.
you shouldn't take it because you're gonna make like more problems in the future.
Yes, yeah, disappointment.
Yeah, exactly.
You
And
lose
you
trust,
yeah,
maybe.
you need to think about the result of what you're gonna get into.
Right. Okay. So when you commit to something, make sure
Yeah, you need
actually
to
do
be.
it. Okay. So that's definitely one. Any other example?
Yeah, so like yeah, so for be like I say, as I said, the commitment is important.
Commitment.
Yeah. So to be honest with what you are doing, what you are saying, and even if it's you, even if you will lose sometimes you can lose some people from your life, but
That's true.
but it's important to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
maybe you can you are afraid to lose them, but you keeping that honesty hidden, then it's become more a big problem in the future. Just be
Right.
honest
Right.
the time you are.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and being honest, as we talked about, so it makes you free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking honestly makes you free. And what are the other values do you think that helps to make a strong character? So we talked about humility. Of course, we spoke a lot
exactly.
about the importance of having a learning mindset.
Exactly.
And recognizing that academic certifications alone are not sufficient.
Exactly.
You have to keep learning new things
Every day.
because the world is continuously changing, right? New technologies, new problems.
Exactly.
Yeah. Any other
I think
examples?
it's the courage.
Courage.
Yeah, courage
yes.
is important.
I like this, courage, yeah.
Yeah, even I like to if we can talk about that. So this meeting was a part of it because
Yes.
I was afraid to come here.
Yes.
And they said, look, hey, just go.
Yeah.
You don't know what will be happening.
Yes,
So
yes. This is what I like about you, by the
so
way.
you don't know. Like even if you don't know, because that is our personality.
Yeah.
Like the normal thing about every human being has that fear about the future.
True,
So
yes.
I had it. I'm not gonna say no. I had it before. And they said, okay, so what gonna be happen? Let me go.
Yes.
This is my first time actually in the first podcast.
Yes, you said it's the first
So.
time. Yeah. And you're doing it like a pro, by the way.
No, thank you so much. Like this, you're gonna make me feel like an arrogant.
No, I think you're doing perfectly fine. But no, you're right. I think it's time after time. You go through one challenge, and then you grow a bit.
Exactly.
And then you go through the next challenge, and then you grow a bit more. Right?
Of course.
This is what you're
I told
explaining.
myself, hey, go and do it.
Yeah.
If you fail, so it doesn't mean that you lost everything.
Yeah.
So you will never lost anything if you try, because in the end of what did you do,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a result, a positive result.
Yes.
Even you can see it negative sometimes, but it's positive because it's a lesson to not redo that problem if it comes.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. So it makes you stronger, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. But let's talk about this from a cultural perspective, from a Moroccan perspective. How do you think that these values play out in a kind of Moroccan sense? I think we spoke about this earlier, where you said that this generation is slightly different from the previous generation.
Yeah, exactly. If you just want to talk about the personality, Moroccan personality, it's hard. You're gonna be lost because it's different from a person first
Person to person.
to person to person.
Because everyone has their own story. Right?
From generation to generation.
Yeah.
And due to nature, where everybody is living,
Yes.
can impact his personality
Yes,
as well.
the location
Like
is,
people from villages
Are different from
are
people in
different
Casablanca.
from other
Yes,
other cities or even villages. If it's big village, you will find like them different than small villages.
Yeah, you're right. I think this is, I guess, in most parts of the world, actually.
Exactly.
People in the village are thinking, behaving in a slightly different way.
Exactly. And so, if we talk about the old generation,
Yes.
the people, our parents, our grandparents, so like they had time because there was nothing of the technology right now. They had time
It's a
to
different
think,
era.
to prepare, and to execute everything in life. Like
Right.
you know, they have the calm. Right now, you can't have that calm because in the cities, I'm talking about in the cities.
Yes.
The calm is something that's can be one of the key success for the development.
Right.
And
Okay.
like to focus and to think about the development, because here in the cities there is a lot of demands.
Yeah.
Every day
A lot
comes
of
to
things
you,
going on, right?
and which can makes you like spend time, a lot of time without doing a big process like.
Yes.
But it's still we need to survive with what we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And try to keep ourselves in the zone that can make us develop more and more.
More, yeah. So in other words, you think that the young Africans need to take even more ownership of their future, right? They should not be relying so much on the older generation, because the way that the older generation is approaching things is very, very different from what we need in this.
Actually, they are the base. The old generation are the base for the new the new generation.
Right.
So this generation can have them own like, even if they don't want to be like the old generation.
Yes.
So it's injected in them because they grow inside that generation.
Yeah, it's part of their DNA.
It's like so we can't ignore the old generation, because if you ignore them, you're gone.
Yes, that's true.
So
so we need both.
Yeah, we need both.
We need both.
Exactly.
Definitely. Yeah, we need both. We need wisdom and experience.
Exactly.
With the new ways of thinking.
That is the important thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So when we get into we talk about how they create. So even for businesses,
yes,
they need to think well. They need to think about how they start every step, and then you will feel, and then don't stop.
Yeah.
This is important. Yeah, you will fail, and you will fail again, and you will fail again. So that is the time where you can learn many things.
Yeah. Do you think as from a cultural perspective, is that we are comfortable failing? I mean, in Morocco, generally, is it acceptable generally by people? When someone tries something and then they fail, do people look at them and says you're a failure, or do they think, okay, this guy has tried something?
So
maybe
if we want to talk about this, like looking for the personality side,
yes.
So
that's again individual.
Don't give your mind to what people say to you, even if you feel like, say to yourself that you are going to grow up, even if everybody blamed you.
Okay.
Because if you listen to the blames, you will be the big failure.
Well, yeah, that's true, and that takes courage.
Exactly.
It goes back to courage. Yes.
Yeah, just try it again. If you didn't find that field, that field that where you feel is not good for you, change the environment and try it somewhere else. So don't stay under we need to not stay under or next to the bad energies. So we need to find and like go over that challenge.
And within a business context, I'm assuming that in Morocco there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are trying things and
I'm a good
failing.
Example.
You're a good example. Yes, of course.
I even was like working without problem with a company. Then I get out, I create my own.
Of course. This is your story. Right?
So I like for the business I was working before in a company. I put my resignation. I said I want to create my own auto entrepreneur.
Okay.
Then I get go and I found it so big. It makes me spend time. Even if I lost, because I lost a lot of things. Even I lost my
sacrifices that you have to make, right?
I spent 3 years homeless. After that.
Wow.
But that is not the thing that's gonna stop me from learning. I spend time all the nights at coffee shop, which is open in 24 hours. And then I was during that time, I was taking my computer and trying to build knowledge in web development and everything like that. So I said to myself, the homeless is the one who doesn't know where to go, but I'm knowing where I'm going.
Yes.
So
that's perseverance. It's not just courage, but it's also knowing that you have to continue.
Exactly, you need to keep going because if you fall, nobody will come and take you. They can support you to
get up,
but they will not.
Support you with
to put they will not to support you if you won't stay down. Because whatever they try, they will not succeed because you are
get up yourself.
You are the one who needs to get up.
Okay. No, I'm glad that you have a similar journey, even from an entrepreneurship. Because,
exactly.
And this is quite normal, Jaffa, right? I mean, you would not find a successful entrepreneur who has not made some sacrifices, some failures and things. we very often don't hear about this side of successful entrepreneurs. We only see the limelight part, and that's why we have this podcast, so that people like you are explaining your journey, including all the difficulties, the challenges, and so that young Africans can think that it's very normal to experience these difficulties. And you're explaining that you were more or less homeless for quite some time, but you still felt that you needed to continue persevering.
Exactly.
And we can imagine that there's quite a number of young Africans maybe that are homeless today.
And I will tell them, just try to do the best. The best as you can, because even if you are homeless, the homeless people are the homeless idea is only your mind. In your mind. What that means homeless is because you don't have an idea in your mind. Like, we don't have something to build. If you build knowledge, so that is your home. Your home is knowledge, and that home you can use it to create the businesses, and then you can go over it.
I like this thinking. Homeless.
So what that means, home, like, you can just sit in anywhere and it's a home. Home is just like square box. That is not something really, things like that you really need. We talk about the stability. Sometimes it's gonna be hard. But remember, I'm talking about the knowledge. You are finding the way to get out from that problem, and during that way to get out from that problem, you are learning new things, new experiences, and you are going through the success.
Yeah.
Because it's a problem to solve.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you are you're still continuing with your entrepreneurship.
I stopped it, and after a year, I start again.
Okay.
I
And
start
again, that's part of
again
the
on
journey.
another company
Okay.
for the IT. It's still
Right.
right now, but even that I came back to work as a salary because I know that's
Yeah, because you need to
yeah,
find the balance.
So I need to learn more because I failed, and I need to learn more and come back to the field again.
Good. Because you're most likely going to be coming back even stronger, right?
Exactly. This is
the wonderful thing about failure.
Exactly. This is important.
We don't always see the failure as this way. Sometimes we see it as a bad thing. And this is what our podcast is trying to do, to help our listeners to recognize that failure is actually a positive thing, because you can then
that's why I told you you never fail because you earn and you learn.
Yes, yeah, right.
You learn a lot because sometimes, like next time you will need do the same problems, unless if you are a really good failure.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna do the same
mistake again, right? This is not good if you're making the same mistakes again.
Exactly.
So you have to learn from the failure and then do something different.
Exactly. So don't do the same thing and expect a different result.
Yes, I think there's a famous quote from Albert Einstein on this.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just heard it and here I'm saying I found it reasonable.
Yes, yeah. But it's been so amazing, Jaffa. Your story is helping to bring to the fore.
Actually, we just talked about a small part of my story because in the beginning I comes from where is that city?
Yeah,
in Skura. So that is my village. I come out from a village.
Okay.
I grew up there till 13 years old, and then I quit. I go to a city, like not the village, but the city to study there, away from the family.
Yes.
So from that time, I'm trying to help and support myself to be.
So you were independent
to
from
be
quite a young age. Yes.
So trying to support myself to help or to take that independence from my family.
Yes.
Because I want to be free, and they need to take the challenge for that, because the challenge is not easy to take it. It's hard.
Yes.
So to get out, like many people right now, they are living with families, and they think that life is easy, and they don't think about it.
But it's not good, though, right?
No, it's easy, but if you work for it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's easy because you don't think about tomorrow's breakfast.
Yeah.
Because you know that my father will buy it, and my mom will cook it.
Yes.
And I will come and eat it, and that's
and everything is good.
And everything. But the real challenge is when you are no longer with them. That is the hard thing.
True.
So what is the important in here? So the time you are with your parent.
Yeah.
So we need to take that chance to develop our knowledge.
Yes. This is.
And to be stronger. And to be prepared for the worst, or to avoid the worst things that many of people fall in. For example, like they get. For example, for the people like think about fleeing from that.
Fleeing from their countries and coming to Europe, even. Or
So even that I had that idea before. But it was different a little bit. I think once I dropped out from school, because I was studying till the high school and the last year, so I dropped out, and that time I recognized that I should learn.
Yes.
Once I get out from school, I recognize that I should learn.
Right.
and I put 2 questions on myself to find the answers. Hey, what do you want to do? I said, I want to come out from Morocco. So I was adopting that idea also.
Because you thought that coming out of Morocco would solve all your
it's gonna be
problems, right?
good. So and after that I said, okay, what do you need? If you get out from Morocco, what do you need there? How are you gonna behave? Who you are? What is the value of you there?
Yes.
It's not as a human. A lot of human is everywhere.
Yes.
So, but what is the difference? That's you and not somebody else. So I said to myself, okay, I need knowledge. First, I need language. So I need to go with the, I need to talk with people to find a job. So I can.
You need language to be able to
communicate.
True. Yes.
I go and I take the pen and start learning English because I found that is the international language that you can use everywhere. So start learning step by step. Then in the same time I said you need also occupations because you may go there, you can't work in the IT, but you can find needs. Some people need somebody to work in plumbing or in electricity or even in hospitality and tourism. So
you still need languages for that.
You need languages and you need experiences. So I took the chance and I asked people who have companies or have small businesses I told them I'm gonna be your support if there is any work. I need to work in that. I worked as a plumber. I worked as a mechanic of motorbikes. I worked as a tour guide.
Right. You were a guide?
In the south of Morocco, I was I was hosting travelers and showing them around. That is one of included in the system of learning language because I need to communicate with people who
and you're
speak
meeting
English.
Different people.
Exactly.
You're building social skills. That's
Exactly.
So all these different jobs that you were doing were enable you to build a collection of skills.
Exactly. Whenever you have it's knowledge. Mechanic of motorbikes, electricity, electronics, and painting, house painting the houses.
Yes, you're still learning.
And everything, you can find it. As I said for myself, when you get out from here, so you can find yourself ready. Because as I know, the chance comes for the ready mindsets.
Yes.
More than the. Because if you are ready and the chance comes, you can go with it. But if you are not ready,
then you lose it.
So the chance will not wait to you.
I spoke. I don't think I mentioned this, Jaffa. When I came to Morocco, I spoke with a couple of young Moroccans, and it was interesting how I got different perspectives, right, on their outlook for the future. So one of them said that there's no opportunities in Morocco, and in fact he wanted to come with me back to London. So I said, no, you don't want to do that. There's more opportunities here in Morocco.
There is more. You can create the opportunity.
Absolutely, So as you said, it's a mindset. And I spoke to some other young Moroccans, and it's a completely different perspective. That there's lots of opportunities, and I'm just sort of positioning myself, right? So that I can connect with these opportunities, right?
Of course.
So it's just making sure that our young Africans have the right mindset so that they are positioning themselves, right?
Exactly. So as I told you, where I get my chance right now, I'm working with an American academy. And in the IT field. So it was a very, very big story when it's because before I was working as a plumber.
Before this job?
Before this job, in 2015.
Right.
What happens is I was visiting, for work. I was going to work with my cousin who was a plumber,
Yes.
and he had a client somewhere in Marif, you know,
Yes.
Casablanca. I get there, so like with the dressing, like that dress for plumbing, because you are ready for
any work.
yeah, for that work. So my dress was so dirty with plumbing stuff, and then
Okay.
so the lady, once she opened the door, I feel like I'm not appreciated there. So so once I get in,
Yeah.
so I get in, I start working,
Yeah.
and I heard that they speak English.
Oh, okay.
I was surprised. I say, hey, that's good.
Yeah. Language is powerful. Like
Yeah, so they don't, because a lot of people, they don't know if you speak or not.
Yes. Yes.
So I was working as a plumber. As I finish my work, I was trying to take away all the trash and everything. Then son comes to me. He said, "Did you finish the work?" I told him, "Yes, we finished." And then when I start speaking English,
Yes. Yes.
he said, "The people there at home, like the parents,
Yes.
like get surprised. Hey, you speak English better than us?"
Yeah, so Jaffa, we were talking there about your story with
Yeah, so yeah, as I told you, like
Yes.
when she said, "Oh, you speak English better than us.
yes.
Where did you learn it?" I told her alone. She said, "I want to learn English, but I can't learn it alone." I told her, alone is yeah. I told her, yes, I'm alone doing this every time. Like I want to learn something, I go alone over it.
Right.
Because I can take that knowledge the way I want,
Yes.
and the best I want.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So then she told me.
So language was the bridge.
Yeah, was the bridge. That's what I'm trying to use it. After getting into another country, I start using there right now. It starts from there.
Yes. Yes.
So it starts from this country.
Yes. Right.
So and she told me, hey, like my son is studying at George Washington Academy, and then I registered that title, that name of that school. Okay. And then once I get back home, I go and I found the position on the map for that school.
For the school.
And then I translated my resume. And actually it was only a resume with full of personal experiences, not professional experiences.
Yes.
And then I was asking as a driver job in there, to drive for the personal. Then once I put my resume,
right,
they took it, and then they found that I have experience in IT, networking, and everything. They called me to have like an interview for educational technology assistant. Then once I came there for the interview. It was a difference, because it's created a difference and impact that they never see
because of your attitude, isn't it? The way you
it's look like they see, hey, what you can give us. I told them, let me know your problems.
Yes.
So I can see if I can be a good person for you.
What are your problems?
Yeah.
When you go to an interview.
Yeah. So what problems in the IT you are facing?
Yes.
So, and let me see how I can be successful helping each other.
It goes back to the problem solving.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and then I start working there. I get the award of the staff of the year the first year I get there. And it continued, like I continue learning and learning more inside that.
Great.
That place, because every day there is a problem, you need to fix it.
Yes. So that's the tip, isn't it? The tip is to make yourself valuable by understanding where the gap is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the result from this is just learn and you will find your chance in life.
Yes, yeah, continue to learn more, but focusing on problem solving, because I think it's a good place to start. Understand what problems there are, and then you're asking yourself, how can I position myself to solve these problems?
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you need problems comes first,
Yes,
and then haphazardly I need to find a solution.
Yes, right.
Because this is the only the only way we can go through the option.
Right. I've so loved our conversation, Jaffa. Something tells me we can talk forever.
Yeah, I know that the time is limited, and
Exactly,
we have
right. And character building happens to be a topic that I am also very, very passionate about, very interested about. And all the things that you mentioned there about the importance of young Africans focusing on their character, not so much just on their academic qualifications. This is all,
of course, this is the importance, because academics still just
it's not the answer, right, to a success.
You don't want to be conducted, you want to drive. So drive.
Yeah. And having an entrepreneur mindset, which comes with solving problems too, by the way. If you have an entrepreneur mindset, you are always thinking about what problems are there that I can solve.
Yeah, and the way to solve it, there is many ways to solve it, but what is the right way to solve all of that problems?
Awesome. Thank you very much. It's really been awesome. So hopefully for you, our listeners, you have got some really great insights. Myself and Jaffa, we spoke about all the different values, the character traits that can really help you to be successful: integrity, humility, perseverance. All these key traits are really, really important. And focus on being a problem solver. This is the number one tip from Jaffa for us on this episode. So great to have you, and please keep in touch with us on social media, on our different platforms, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you.
If you feel inspired by this conversation, please share your thoughts in the comments below and help us spread the nuggets of wisdom by sharing it with people who can also benefit from this content. And please remember to like and subscribe to support our channel. Together we are bringing positive change to our world. Keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep shifting those minds. Looking forward to you joining us at the next episode.